Have you ever wondered what would happen if a prehistoric man were dropped into the 21st century with no knowledge of modern society, but with all of his raw instincts, survival skills, and mindset intact? Do you think he could survive? Better yet, could he thrive to the point of becoming a billionaire, yes or no? Stick around until the end of this video to find out how your answers compare to what the data suggests. Ah, of course. This video was inspired by the books Deep Survival and Deep Work, both starting with the question, could prehistoric people survive in modern times? About 50,000 years ago, in the cold and perilous expanses of the late Stone Age, a small group of Homo sapiens huddled together near a fire, the crackling flames reflecting in their sharp, observant eyes. These were not primitive brutes, but refined survivalists, honed by countless generations of natural selection. Life was unforgiving. Every day presented a new challenge. They had to read the direction of the wind, sense the approach of predators, interpret tracks on the ground, and understand the behavior of animals they hunted or avoided. They communicated with subtle gestures, shared strategies through storytelling, and made decisions based on group dynamics and survival probabilities. Prehistoric man was not merely reacting to nature, he was decoding it, anticipating it, mastering it. This raw combination of intuition, observation, and group strategy formed the psychological DNA of the earliest human achievers, the predecessors of modern titans. Anthropologist Richard B. Lee's extensive study on the Kungsan people of the Kalahari Desert, one of the closest living analogs to prehistoric hunter-gatherers, revealed that these individuals walked up to 10 miles daily, maintained a lean physique, had remarkable memory for spatial and environmental cues, and used complex planning to track and hunt animals. So how does this help them in modern times? What are the specific features? Let's dissect these survival traits and explore how each one would transfer to modern success, particularly financial success. According to survival expert Lawrence Gonzalez in his book Deep Survival, people who survive extreme conditions are not necessarily the strongest, but the most mentally adaptable. Prehistoric humans were masters of this. They developed tools, discovered fire, and domesticated animals. Not out of convenience, but out of necessity. And their adaptability was not a skill, it was their identity. In the modern context, adaptability is a core trait among billionaires. A study by the Harvard Business Review found that 70% of successful entrepreneurs attributed their breakthroughs to adapting after failure. Elon Musk's ventures into Tesla, SpaceX, and Neuralink are all exercises in adaptability in the face of adversity. Prehistoric people had to be highly attentive to their environment. A rustling leaf could be a predator or prey. Distraction meant death. A 2021 study in the Journal of Cognitive Neuroscience shows that our modern brains are constantly overstimulated, leading to lower attention spans. In contrast, hunter-gatherer tribes demonstrated higher sustained attention and task persistence. Imagine this in today's world. A person with undivided attention and instinctive pattern recognition would excel in data analytics, stock trading, negotiation, and crisis management. Warren Buffett is famed not for his speed, but for his deep, undistracted thought.
And they think about the market as something they hope goes up. And if it's down, they feel worse. I feel better. And I hope it goes down when I buy it because I'll buy more. I try to keep my competitive spirit in a game where I can win.
Sounds great, isn't it? Prehistoric humans learned by watching elders, mimicking animal movements, and practicing hunting or tool-making in safe environments before the real thing. This is the foundational basis for experiential learning. Psychologist Albert Bandura's social learning theory emphasizes the importance of imitation and modeling in effective learning. Today's most successful CEOs are known for their learning agility. Satya Nadella of Microsoft credits his success to listening and learning from those around him, a trait rooted in social simulation. Human beings are social animals. Prehistoric man relied on group survival and social cohesion. But someone had to lead, and that leadership was not about domination, but about insight, protection, and empathy. Yuval Noah Harari in Sapiens explains how storytelling, cooperation, and social leadership allowed Homo sapiens to outperform other human species. A modern billionaire must rally teams, raise capital, negotiate across continents, and lead through change. That requires the same leadership instincts, sharpened over millennia. If we distill the essence of what makes a person successful in today's hyper-competitive world, we find traits that mirror those of prehistoric man: visionary thinking, strategic hunting. Just as prehistoric people tracked animals for days based on footprint patterns, successful people pursue long-term goals with persistent strategy. Risk assessment and management, survival planning. Early humans chose battles carefully, risking a hunt, calculating escape routes, avoiding dangerous zones. Similarly, billionaires today assess market risk, make investment decisions, and diversify portfolios. Resilience. Survival against odds. Jeff Bezos was turned down by investors dozens of times. That perseverance mirrors the resilience of a tribe that endured famine, drought, or displacement.
I said, look, when the stock is up 30% in a month, don't feel 30% smarter. Because when the stock is down 30% in a month, it's not going to feel so good to feel 30% dumber. And that's what happens. Never spend any time thinking about the daily stock price. I don't.
Community building, tribal unity. Prehistoric man thrived in groups. Likewise, modern billionaires build teams, companies, networks, and even digital tribes. Let's take a moment to reflect. Today, we have comfort, safety, access to information, and technology that could make prehistoric people feel like they're witnessing magic. But we've also lost something essential. We are bombarded by stimuli. According to a Microsoft study, the average human attention span dropped from 12 seconds in 2000 to 8 seconds in 2021. We scroll endlessly, multitask without focus, and often live in a state of low-level anxiety. Prehistoric man, for all his hardship, lived in the present. Every action had purpose. Every meal was earned. Every threat was tangible, not abstract. Modern life often lacks urgency and meaning. We simulate danger in video games. We overplan and underact. A prehistoric man wouldn't endlessly plan a startup. He'd build it with whatever he had. Now let's bring our prehistoric friend into today's world. Dropped in a modern city, he'd initially be baffled, but not for long. He'd observe patterns, how people move, where resources are stored, supermarkets, and how tools, technology, function. He'd mimic, adapt, and experiment. Within months, he'd master basic functions, language, transactions, habits, and then he'd start noticing inefficiencies. His instincts would scream at him about wasted food, unused space, idle people. He'd begin organizing, proposing trades, creating systems. He'd build a tribe, co-founders, allies, customers. His raw leadership, ability to learn fast, and concentrated focus would make him the leader of a movement or a company. He wouldn't be distracted. He wouldn't fear judgment. He'd execute relentlessly. Within years, he'd build wealth, not for luxury, but for leverage. He'd fund innovation. He'd think in decades. He'd become a billionaire. Not because he sought money, but because he solved urgent problems. The lesson here is not that we should abandon civilization and go live in caves. It's that inside us lies the same machinery, the same instincts, the same potential. You carry the bloodline of survivors, people who faced death every day, who moved with purpose and who shaped the world with nothing but fire, stone, and willpower. What excuse do we have, surrounded by abundance, tools, and information, to not act boldly, to not think fiercely, to not live intentionally? The greatness in them is the greatness in us. Waiting, dormant, powerful. Awaken it. Let their fire become your fuel. Have you ever wondered that if we used our attention with precision, like the young boy in the tribe who learned to track an antelope by noticing a single broken twig and the faintest hoofprint in the mud, we too could train ourselves to focus so deeply that no detail escapes us? Learned by watching and simulating, not just reading? Just as a child learned to carve a spear by silently mimicking the tribe's elder beside the fire. We could sit beside modern masters and absorb skills through immersion, not textbooks. Took action instead of procrastinating. Remember the woman who, upon seeing smoke in the distance, rallied her tribe and migrated early, avoiding a wildfire. Her swift decisions saved lives. What if we made our moves before the metaphorical fire reaches us? Built communities with loyalty and trust. Picture a circle of people sharing meat after a successful hunt, each one knowing their life depends on the other. What if we led our teams today with that same mutual respect and unity? Pursued goals with urgency and clarity. Like the hunter who knew he had 1 hour of light left to secure food for his family. What if we pursued our goals with that level of sharp, sacred urgency? We don't lack the tools, we lack the mindset. Not tomorrow, not next week, starting now, because time isn't waiting, your parents' health isn't pausing, your younger brother who's dreaming of college, he's counting on you. Every minute wasted is a minute stolen from the people you love and the future you're supposed to lead. First thing first, your attention. Eliminate the noise, turn off distractions, lock in 30 minutes of deep, undisturbed work like your life depends on it, because your family's future does. As Cal Newport outlines in Deep Work, high-quality output is a result of time spent and intensity of focus. Prehistoric man's attention was life or death. Ours must be no less sharp. Simulate before acting. Don't wait for perfection. Watch, mimic, and execute. Every master was once an imitator who practiced in silence. Albert Bandura's research proves that observational learning is the fast lane to mastery. Don't let hesitation steal your edge. Take primitive action. Stop planning endlessly. Start doing. Use what you have. Move like you're being hunted, because you are. By time, by regret, by lost potential. Stephen Pressfield in The War of Art said it best. Resistance is the enemy, action is the antidote. Lead your tribe. Show up. Take the burden. Share the vision. Whether it's your family, your team, or your followers, lead them like their survival depends on you. Because maybe it does. Yuval Noah Harari reminds us in Sapiens that collective power built civilizations. It still builds empires. Train your instincts. Get outside. Embrace discomfort. Hunt opportunity in chaos. You were built for this. Wake up the dormant fire. Lawrence Gonzalez in Deep Survival reminds us, real growth is born in real struggle, not comfort. No more waiting, no more excuses. You were born from survivors. Act like it, live like it, lead like it. Now, remember those questions at the start? Could a prehistoric man become a billionaire today? Could he thrive, not just survive? Now you know the answer. Absolutely. He would not just survive, he would dominate. And if you cultivate those same traits, you might too. Thank you for watching. Share your thoughts below. Which prehistoric trait do you want to awaken first? Until next time, lead with instinct. Think like a survivor. Build like a visionary. If this message lit a fire in you, don't let it fade. Like this video. Subscribe to the channel. Share it with someone who needs a wake-up call. Your next action could change your entire bloodline story.